Ramon Alarunwa Boss, aka Hushpuppi, made his first court appearance where he was charged with accusations ranging from money laundering to participating in business email compromise BEC schemes targeting a U.S. law firm, an English Premier League side, and a foreign bank. In a report released by the U.S. Attorney's Office, Central District of California, Hushpuppi is accused of conspiring to launder hundreds of millions of dollars from other fraudulent schemes and computer intrusions, including one scheme to steal £100 million, approximately $124 million, from an English Premier League soccer club. As written in the affidavit report, the FBI's investigation has revealed that a boss finances this opulent lifestyle through crime, and that he is one of the leaders of a transnational network that facilitates computer intrusions, fraudulent schemes, including BEC schemes, and money laundering, targeting victims around the world in schemes designed to steal hundreds of millions of dollars. Jesse Baker, special agent in charge of the United States Secret Service, Los Angeles Field Office, described the hunt for Hushpuppi as a challenging case, one that spanned international boundaries, traditional financial systems in the digital sphere, and its success depended on partnerships between the Department of Justice and other federal law enforcement agents. Hushpuppi is accused of stealing $922,857 in October last year from a client of a New York-based law firm through another BEC scheme. A boss and co-conspirators allegedly tricked one of the law firm's paralegals into wiring money intended for the client's real estate refinancing to a bank account that was controlled by a boss and the co-conspirators, the report stated. He is also accused of conspiracy to launder funds stolen in a $14.7 million cyber heist from a foreign financial services firm in February 2019. Hushpuppi allegedly provided the co-conspirators with 2 bank accounts in Europe, anticipating to receive €5 million each if he is found guilty of money laundering and other related crimes. He faces a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in a federal prison.
Followers. Hushpuppi in 2017 slipped up when he posted a screenshot of his credit notification received via his mail. The screenshot was obviously taken on his device in an attempt to make headrows on social media, I guess. He probably forgot to cut that part off. He was supposed to blur that part. Well, we appreciate that because of those that look up to him back then as their role model. If they were smart enough, they could tell he isn't clean. They could tell he's a scammer and a fraudster. It was obvious from this screenshot that Hushpuppi was using a fake identity to scam people. And also he was using a fake personality. So the mail got run through a virtual mail registry, and quite a number of mappings were carried out by the security team to determine the social profile of this anonymous identity. And as you can see from your screen, that's Hushpuppi highlighted in green. If you compare the email from the virtual registry with the email from his bank alert, that's a 100% match. So a baby step was taken further to put a face to the identity, and guess what? The end result made the team understand why this dude sometimes wear female clothes, where Hushpuppi is actually a she. His online identity is a lady. What am I trying to say here? The email was mapped to a single profile on Facebook. It got mapped directly to a single Facebook account, and that was the account of one Jane Woodscreen. The account has just few pictures with the usual Facebook privacy thing turned on, and that's very peculiar with Nigerian scammers. They always have their Facebook privacy turned on. He was using Woodscreen identity to defraud people. Woodscreen is 43 years old from Sweden, currently residing in Houston with an international legit connection in Malaysia, Canada and Philippines, and that Jane Woodscreen is Hushpuppi. When the phone number attached to this account was tracked, it was discovered that Hushpuppi was a fraudster living with so many different identities. Well, at this time, he wasn't arrested by the security agents but was kept under secret investigation. The Dubai Police Department started following him on Instagram, unknowing to him. It was at this moment the security agents started trailing every of his moves, and he kept feeding them with so many evidences by showing off on his social media pages. At the peak of the global pandemic, when the world economy was shutting down and everyone was getting poorer, Hushpuppi added an expensive toy to his fleet of cars. And he finally met his Waterloo after hacking into the database of 1.9 million Americans, thereby diverting the COVID-19 palliatives meant for citizens and a particular state in the United States of America.
Scams related to COVID-19 have been exploding as criminals use the pandemic as a ready-made excuse to steal your money. And many of those scams come via robocall. As consumer investigator Steve Spraccia found out, tracing the origin of those robocalls isn't as easy as it should be for law enforcement. Tonight, he's getting answers.
I've never filed for unemployment before.
But when Stephanie DeCola found herself out of work and applying for unemployment benefits, this pop-up appeared on a government website saying this Social Security number was already used to file a claim. The Secret Service says it's happening to millions of folks blaming a well-organized Nigerian fraud ring, which the Secret Service says has
As if that wasn't enough, he also tried scamming an English Premier League club of £100 million, but it wasn't successful, or he was still on it before his arrest. So far, he has been extradited from Dubai to the United States and might likely face nothing less than 20 years imprisonment. What is the moral of the story? Crime doesn't pay. So guys, thanks for watching. You're free to share your views in the comment section below, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell for more interesting and amazing content. Thanks for watching and do have yourself a great day. Bye bye.
Don't stop.
person to own a Kulina, where we see a physical.
Sensational internet fraudster Ray Hushpuppi now faces a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in a US prison after being extradited from Dubai to the United States. In a statement released by the US Department of Justice on July 3rd, the suspected Nigerian fraudster was accused of conspiring to launder hundreds of millions of dollars from business email compromise, frauds and other scams, including schemes targeting a US law firm, a foreign bank and an English Premier League soccer club. Hello guys, it's Noelin here from African Glitz. Welcome to a segment of our show where we bring you original tea from trending topics. 37-year-old Raymond Abbas, aka Hushpuppi, made his initial US court appearance on Friday, July 3rd in Chicago, and he is expected to be transferred to Los Angeles within 7 days. Federal prosecutors who filed a criminal complaint file on June 25th alleged that the suspected Nigerian fraudster is one of the leaders of the transactional network that facilitates computer intrusion, fraudulent schemes and money laundering targeting victims around the world in schemes designed to steal hundreds of millions of dollars. It was also alleged that Hushpuppi financed his flamboyant lifestyle of designers clothing, wearing expensive watches, posing in or with luxury cars and chartered jets through crime. Here are some of his top fraudulent activities so far. New York law firm. Hushpuppi and his suspected gang were accused of spearheading a beg scheme that defrauded a client of a New York-based law firm out of approximately $922,857 in October of 2019. Hushpuppi and his gang allegedly tricked one of the law firm's paralegals into wiring money intended for their client's real estate refinancing to a bank account that was controlled by them. Financial institution. Hushpuppi was also accused of conspiring to launder funds stolen in a $14.7 million cyber heist from a foreign financial institution in February of 2019, in which the stolen money was sent to a bank account around the world. The fraudster also allegedly provided a co-conspirator with 2 bank accounts in Europe, which he expected to receive €5 million in each. English Premier League Football Club. The suspected Nigerian fraudster also allegedly conspired to launder hundreds of millions of dollars from other fraudulent schemes and computer intrusion, including one scheme to steal £100 million from an English Premier League soccer club. These cases, including the COVID-19 fund that triggered his investigation and arrest, is being prosecuted by the United States attorneys who specialize in cyber and intellectual property crimes. If convicted of conspiracy to engage in money laundering, Raymond Abbas, aka Hushpuppi, would face a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in federal prison. Do you think this is just the beginning and more of his past fraudulent activities are going to be exposed? What are your thoughts about Hushpuppi spending 20 years in an American prison? Let us know on the comment section down below.
Details of Hushpuppi's first appearance in court. Updates on Hushpuppi matter. Guys, as you're watching this video, I'm gonna be like showing you most of the evidence, the write-ups that the FBI have presented against Hushpuppi. But the thing there is that if I want to read everything, we will sleep here. And in fact, I did not follow him to enjoy the money, so I will not be able to do that kind of work. But it's just gonna be a quick summary. And what would a quick summary be? Yeah, I'm gonna be like telling you guys some of the evidence that they were able to use to lay hold on him, and also he also attempted, also scamming English Premier League. I'm also be giving you update on that, and also how Woodbury, his colleague, also spoke with an FBI agent without even knowing. The charge sheets, which gave an insight on some of the charges suspected Nigerian fraudster Hushpuppi is facing in the United States, has surfaced the internet. Hushpuppi, who faces a statutory maximum sentence of 20 years in a U.S. federal prison if convicted, made his initial U.S. court appearance in the affidavit prepared by FBI Special Agent Andrew John Innocenti. The suspected Nigerian fraudster and his co-conspirators were accused of stealing over $16 million. The affidavit made in support of a criminal complaint and an arrest warrant for Hushpuppi also captured phone conversations between him and his co-conspirators after each business email compromised BEC fraud they allegedly perpetrated. They were also accused of attempting to dupe a Premier League club of €100 million. It also captured photos of Hushpuppi's luxurious lifestyle, which was alleged financed by proceeds of crimes he allegedly perpetrated. In a new release statement by the United States Attorney Office, Central District of California, embattled Nigerian socialite Raymond Oloronwa Abbas, better known as Ray Hushpuppi, who was extradited to the United States by the Dubai police earlier this week, is said to have conspired to launder hundreds of millions of dollars from the likes of a U.S. law firm, a foreign bank, and an English Premier League soccer club. Computer intrusions, fraudulent schemes, including BES schemes and money laundering, targeting victims around the world in schemes designed to steal hundreds of millions of dollars, according to the affidavit. Recall that Abbas was arrested last month by UAE law enforcement officials. FBI special agents earlier this week obtained custody of Abbas and brought him to the United States to face charge of conspiring to engage in money laundering that is alleged in a criminal complaint filed on June 25th by federal prosecutors in Los Angeles. According to an affidavit filed by the complaint, Abbas maintains social media accounts that frequently showed him in designers' clothes, wearing expensive watches, and posing in or with luxury cars and charter jets. The FBI investigation has revealed that Abbas financed this affluent lifestyle through crime, and that he is one of the leaders of a transnational network that facilitates a computer hacker gaining unauthorized access to a business email account, blocking and redirecting communications to and or from that email account, and then using the compromised email account or a separate fraudulent email account to communicate with personnel from a victim company and to attempt to trick them into making an unauthorized wire transfer. BEC schemes are one of the most difficult cyber crimes we encounter, as they typically involve a coordinated group of con artists scattered around the world who have experience with computer hacking and exploiting the international financial system, said United States Attorney Nick Hannan. The case targets a key player in a large transnational conspiracy who was living an opulent lifestyle in another country, while allegedly providing safe havens for stolen money around the world. As this case demonstrates, my office will continue to hold such criminals accountable no matter where they live. International boundaries, traditional financial system, and the digital sphere, said Jesse Baker, special agent in charge of the United States Secret Service Los Angeles field office. Technology has essentially erased geographic boundaries, leaving transnational criminal syndicates to believe that they are beyond the reach of law enforcement. The success in this case was the direct result of our trusted partnership between the Department of Justice and our federal law enforcement colleagues. This partnership helped dismantle a sophisticated organized crime group who prey upon unsuspecting businesses. It is thanks to this partnership that the American people can feel a bit more secure today. Woodbury was arrested last month in the United Arab Emirates, where he was living, according to a statement from the U.S. Attorney Office in Chicago. He was expelled from the country